Okay, welcome to another video. As you can see, we have two brass stoves, very similar, but one is way bigger than the other. Today we're looking at the smaller of the two. The large one is the Bat kerosene stove, and the smaller one is this. And this is it. This tiny little stove with its kerosene type trivet, what looks like two knobs, removable pot stands, is actually an alcohol stove. It's not a pressure stove. You can use it like this, or with the dinky little trivet on it. I can't use that finger. Here we have the filler. I put a Viton seal in it, which was a bit of a waste of time. But that's where you fill up with your alcohol. This is the cap used to snuff it out. It is not sealed for travel. Alcohol will eventually spill out. As you can see there, we have quite a lot of it, and it's inside, so it's all spilled out. And this is a manual flame control. I'll just move this up. There, that's better. You better see it now. It moves the metal sleeve up and down the wick to reduce the flame a little bit. Inside we have another brass, is it brass? Tube filled with the wick, and you can put this in either way due to the holes that are there. I'll just bring that up so you can see it a bit better. Now I've been soaking this for about a week, so it smells of alcohol. As you can see, this is how you snuff it, just like a candle snuffer. That goes over the top. I suppose you could put some sort of gasket in there, but it would be affected by the heat, so we won't be doing that. This is made by a company called Tapiol. Here it is. I think that's how it's pronounced. A Portuguese company that still exists, and they make their products out of copper. So maybe this is not brass. Maybe it's copper. I don't know. It doesn't have maybe it is. It's very thin anyway. It's not under pressure, which is good. And how does it work as a stove? It's marketed as a picnic stove, really. I got it because it just looks nice. I'll just get over the necessities. We have 300 mils of water. We have our fuel, although I do not think it will need to be filled up. Oh, probably does. It's probably evaporated quite a lot and soaked it all up into the wick, so we'll just fill it up. That should be enough. Allow any spillage to evaporate. I'll just clean up some of the spillage. We don't want it going crazy and igniting everything. Now I'll take the trivet off. As usual, we'll move this over to the side, clean up more of the spillage of alcohol. You're probably better off using a small funnel with this in hindsight. And we'll move this over to the side so it's not directly under the camera. Okay, so we've placed the trivet on the stove. I'll just move it in a bit. And I will light it. There we are. I'll just show you it from the side. I'll just keep it at boil point, and later we will get it down to a simmer. Right, we're at 3 minutes so far. Let's just see how the flame is now. Still yellow. It's a lot bluer nearer the bottom though. As you can see, there's more of a blue flame on it. Not a bad spread. But not efficient by any means. I wonder if the pot is starting to boil. I really should have got myself a pot grip to go with this. No, the water isn't exactly boiling yet, so we'll keep it going. So we're at 7 minutes now. Let's see. A few bubbles starting to form. We're now at 10 minutes. and we're starting to get some steam. I think we can safely say that this is not a quick boiler. It's not very powerful. It's just basically a wick with alcohol. As a picnic stove, yeah, it would be fine. As an interesting ornament for your shelf, it's great. It's a nice addition for my collection, I'll put it that way. We're now at 11 minutes and 30 seconds. And we have boil almost by the sounds of it. A little bit of a boil, more a simmer. We'll give it a little bit more time. Okay, 13 minutes, and that's it at the boil. So that's it boiling. Now this gets really hot, so I don't know how you're supposed to use the simmer control. In fact, we won't be using it because I value my skin. These Portuguese must be a lot tougher than I am. And we'll just put it out. Wow. There's a lot of heat, but it didn't seem to be getting transmitted into the actual water. But never mind. Okay, what do you think, folks? I'll let you know what I think now. As a picnic stove, God, this is so hot. It probably did okay back in its day. It's almost like a little toy. As an interesting addition to the collection, it's great. 12, 13 minutes to boil in an ideal environment with no breeze is not that great. The ability to regulate the flame is great if you have asbestos fingers. Maybe I'm being a bit too hard on it because I don't know what fuel had been in this before. And obviously if you were using a heat exchanger pot or whatever, it would be a lot quicker, or a kettle for that matter, which is probably what this is best used with. A little Trangia kettle or a copper kettle, just for making your tea, it would be ideal. You'd have to carry it upright as there is no travel cap with it. It's not spill proof, and all the heat is basically directed onto the middle of the pot. The trivet helps a little bit to spread it. If you weren't using the trivet, it would probably take even longer. Do I regret buying it? No, not at all. It's going to sit on the shelf with all the other stoves as my first Portuguese stove. Maybe I can get a Hippolito in the future. But for now, this will be on the shelf taking pride of place. It's a lovely little item, but I wouldn't use it except in a very, very deep emergency. It's also very, very, very hot. The alcohol in there is probably boiling. It's not efficient. Health and safety these days would have a fit. A pair of pliers would be able to turn that quite well, though it is difficult. And it doesn't really lower the flame that much. And you're not going to be cooking on this. If it takes 12 minutes, 13 minutes to get to a boil, by that time you'd probably just be glad to have your cup of coffee or your cup of tea. Now that sounds quite scathing, but it's not a pressure stove, it's not a Trangia, it's not going to be fuel efficient and highly effective, but it's a lovely piece of work and I like it. Okay, if you got this far, thanks for staying with me. Give it a like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next week with yet another stove. Probably. Bye for now.